Wait a second. Snow? This has to mean one thing in specific. Yay. I think the numbers might be a little bit wrong. Here's the bracket now. Last video, we did round 1, and it was really entertaining. There were some really competitive battles, like 1990 versus Gen 6 Ford. That one finished in a strange way. And then Gen 4 versus Car Tomorrow is the only race that both cars have finished so far. Both these cars did really well in their first round race. Let's see what happens this time. And the truck gets off to a little bit of a slow start as the 1973 takes the lead. The 1973 is just pulling away now. Oh, 1973 gets a little loose though. The truck's going to try and gain a little bit by going lower. Oh, but the truck just goes into the wall. And the 1973 ends up pulling away a bit. Now 1973 trying out the high lane. 1973 is just dominating right now. Well, let's see if the truck can come back. Looks like the truck is gaining a little bit on the 1973, but will it be enough? They both make it through there. Oh, they both get loose. I was about to say they both got through there smoothly, but then that happened. Now the truck goes lower and hits the wall again. The truck going back down low on the 1973. This is going to be a close finish, but the 1973 should have the win. The 1973 is going to win. Now we have a battle between two very colorful cars, the Gen 4 and the 1990. And they both get off to like similar starts, but the Gen 4 has a better start. And the 1990 hits a wall already and falls off the track. That was really fast. The Gen 4 is moving on. Now it is the Gen 6 Chevy versus the Gen 6 Toyota. One of these cars is going to be moving on. And the Gen 6 Toyota gets a better start, but the Gen 6 Chevy is right next to him. The Gen 6 Chevy is trying to side drive. Oh, the Gen 6 Toyota is getting a little close. Now down low, the Gen 6 Chevy is going to catch the Gen 6 Toyota and take the lead. The Gen 6 Toyota is right on the rear quarter panel of the Gen 6 Chevy. But the Gen 6 Chevy is clear out for the lead. The Gen 6 Toyota is coming back though. This is a really close battle. The Gen 6 Chevy and the Gen 6 Toyota make contact. The Gen 6 Toyota applying pressure to the Gen 6 Chevy. Oh, the Gen 6 Chevy is loose, but is still in the lead. Here comes the Gen 6 Toyota on the inside though. This is a close battle. The Gen 6 Toyota is almost in the lead again. The Gen 6 Toyota takes the lead over the Gen 6 Chevy. And now, down the front stretch, who will win it? It's going to be the Gen 6 Toyota, barely in a close finish. Now, we have the Xfinity Ford versus the Gen 7 Toyota. The Xfinity Ford is the last Ford. No, that's not true. Actually, it is, because the 1990 got eliminated after facing the Gen 4. So if the Xfinity Ford wins, then it's going to be the last Ford in this. If the Gen 7 Toyota wins, then there's no more Fords in this competition. And the Xfinity Ford gets off to a good start, but the Gen 7 Toyota is right on his tail, and the Xfinity Ford is pulling away. Off the racetrack they both go. Back on the track they go. The Xfinity Ford just wrecks. I think that might have been crumbling under the pressure as the Gen 7 Toyota. Oh, the Xfinity Ford is still going. I don't think it will be after that, though. The Xfinity Ford is done for. The Gen 7 Toyota moves on to the next round. And now here are the final four. The 1973 facing the Gen 4. And the Gen 6 Toyota and the Gen 7 Chevy face off. And what's kind of funny is the Gen 6 Toyota that's been being used is Denny Hamlin, who is the boss of Tyler Reddick, who is the Gen 7 Toyota who's been used. And the winner of that one, these two, will face off to decide who is the best NASCAR AI. Here is our first semifinals matchup. The 1973 versus the Gen 4. These are the last two Chevys, and one of them is making the championship. And the Gen 4 gets a better start. The Gen 4 is pulling away now, but the 1973 starting to catch up a little. The 1973 hugging the bottom of the racetrack. And now the Gen 4 is starting to block a little, but I think the 1973 still has the better lane, but now the Gen 4 has the better lane. The Gen 4 just pulling away from the 1973. And the oldest car in this competition might be getting eliminated soon. Oh, the 1973 is getting a little wiggly, and so is the Gen 4. I'm surprised they both made it across the ramp. The 1973 is using the lower lane, but is the 1973 too far back to get it back to the Gen 4? The Gen 4 is using the higher lane. The 1973 is right behind them, and they come across the front stretch, but it looks like the Gen 4 is going to move on to the finals. Now it's the battle of the last two Toyotas in the competition. The Gen 6 Toyota versus the Gen 7 Toyota. The Gen 7 Toyota gets off to the better start. Actually, looks like they had pretty much equal starts. Now the Gen 6 Toyota is pulling away. And the Gen 7 Toyota just runs into a wall. Now the Gen 7 Toyota just goes off the ramp. And the Gen 6 Toyota is moving on to face the Gen 4 for the win. Here is the championship race. The Gen 4 versus the Gen 6 Toyota. This is going to be a good battle if this final race is anything like what we've seen out of both these cars. Both these cars have finished at least one of their races. Here it is, the final race. Gen 4 versus Gen 6 Toyota. This is to decide which AI, at least NASCAR one, is the fastest. And the Gen 6 Toyota gets off to a really good start. Let me just turn my volume. I accidentally have it low. There we go. And the Gen 6 Toyota is currently in the lead, but that Gen 4 knows how to catch cars. And right now, the Gen 4 right behind the Gen 6 Toyota, but it looks like Gen 6 Toyota has a really good lead. Oh, a little bit of contact somehow. And the Gen 4 is starting to... What? The Gen 6 Toyota is off the track. The Gen 4 is not. What's going to happen? The Gen 6 Toyota hits the wall. The Gen 4 going to take the lead. And the Gen 6 Toyota driving the wall backwards. And the Gen 4 is going to win as the Gen 6 Toyota is driving the wall backwards. What a crazy way to finish this tournament. And this is the complete bracket. The Gen 4 wins it all. And the Gen 6 Toyota lost in a very disappointing way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, good game and goodbye.